Good afternoon, Corey here with Ride Suspension, and today we are talking about ktechs Pro Valves. So as we said, we're talking about ktech Pro Valves, and right now the platform we're talking about for the Pro Valves is on the WP XPLORs. So the Pro Valves are a great upgrade for your bike, especially if you have Explorers. What you'll find out with Explorers is the single function forks with one side's compression, one side's rebound, whatever. They're very hard to balance. They work good in, some people say they work good in slow technical stuff, and some people they say they work good in the fast stuff, but there's no really in between. So what we have always recommended, I ran them on my bike for a long time, and then also, I've installed too many of them, but we're going to be kind of breaking it down in how they work. So we'll just go off of it straight from the get-go. We'll talk about the base valves of WP XPLORs. So WP XPLORs have a standard base valve, zero adjustments, so you have zero clickers on anything like that. It's so on and so forth. They're pretty basic base valves. Pistons are small. You don't have bleed ports down here to allow fluid flow for more comfort, anything like that. So right there is also a big, having the adjustability to have compression, your compression base valve be able to be adjusted. The ktechs, so we have the ktech one, has the same type of mounting, but as you can see, it's got clicker adjustments on the bottom. You have bleed ports for more comfort and soaks up the little hits a lot better. You have a newly designed piston. You can see the designs of the pistons are completely different. So better flow, better tunability, better hold up, everything from there. And instead of having one side compression and one side rebound, the Pro Valve actually converts it to a standard open style fork where you have compression both on the bottom and then you have rebound both on the top. Now, what reason is that is all suspension is balance. You need balance in the front, rear, side to side, whatever. And you lose a lot of balance. You have things tied together with the axle, triple trees and stuff like that, but you have one fork working really hard on certain sections and one fork working really hard in other sections, thus creating heat, fade, so on and so forth, unreliability. The other thing, what comes in the Pro Valve is you have another bottoming. So this is the bottoming device for the WP XPLORs. These are on the stock XPLORs, you only have one bottoming device, because on the compression side, as you can see, there's little holes which give you some form of bottoming, but don't give you enough to be able to really effectively use your full suspension. Bigger hits, so with the Pro Valves, you're able to take bigger hits. You're not going to have to worry about your stuff bottoming out, not bleeding through, everything like that. And all of these, this is the replacement one that goes on. This is from ktech. It's hard anodized, just like OEM. When you take these apart, it looks like an OEM kit. And then the last big problem with WP XPLORs is your compression mid-valve. So your compression mid-valve is essentially, the easiest way to put it is you have a little cone in here that regulates the fluid flow coming through here. And it's inconsistent. You don't have any progressive dampening like you would with a leaf spring or anything like that. And they end up not being able to hold up for faster riders, not being able to hold up for, like, if you're in rocks and stuff like that, or faster rocks, and then you get out of it and you start hitting a single trail that's really fast, they just don't hold up. So what we do with the Pro Valves is it replaces both mid valves with, of course, a new mid valve piston. What this has is you have bleed ports in your post, which adds to your comfort and everything like that. You have a standard leaf spring style valving. These have a cup and washer style or cup and spring style, so you can adjust your float and so on and so forth. These are the normal 6-8 millimeter shims where you can adjust it. You don't have to worry about funky shims, funky sizes, anything on that aspect of it. These fully, when we build them, we tune them to you. These are great right out of the box, but if you're a faster rider or anything like that, sometimes you need a little more hold up or so on and so forth. So we tune them for you. These are a great baseline and they're pretty good DIY kits. So if you want to take your chance of being like, you know what, I want to upgrade my suspension, but I don't want to send it to a shop because I can't afford it, I'm going to get this kit. The Pro Valves run about $550, but they come with everything you need with instructions, how to do it, fluid specs, everything like that, where you can do it at home. Just, you know, make sure you're paying attention to where things are going. But other than that, you can do it at home. Few basic tools. You only need one specialty tool, and that's just the clamp to hold your rod so you don't scratch the coating or anything like that. And other than that, I mean, throw it on there, you're good to go, test it out, and then you can go from there. And they make it super, super easy to install these and try it for yourself. So if you guys have a WP XPLOR and you're running into the problems I described when it came to just the way of the forks, the feel of the forks, I would recommend, before going with Lucky's, before going with big cartridge kits, unless that's what your heart is set on. But yeah, if you're looking for a good upgrade for your KTM, open cartridge forks, the XPLORs, really look into Pro Valve. See if it works for you. You know, if you have any questions, give us a call. We're here to help. Yeah, other than that, remember, ride beyond the limits. This is Corey with Ride Suspension. Take care.